So tired to play for India. Just so bone tired. Shishir Hattangadi, Sumanth, Raman, Kishore, Rungta. On the one side tonight, other side tonight. Kishore, Bhimani, Himanshu, Chaturvedi, Gulu, Ezekiel and Shailendra Singh. This is one of the rare occasions when Gulu, Ezekiel and Shailendra Singh, I suspect, are on the same side of this debate. So tired to play for India. Bone tired, Shishir. Can't even pick ourselves up. So many matches we have to play. How unfair the board is. But come IPL, all the energy comes back.
Stay at home.
Right? And you're like a malt drink ad all over again. Dhoni, for example, has played 129 IPL matches. He is so super energetic. He has not missed one over of one game since 2010. The only time he sat out of an IPL was when he had a serious injury. Even then he wanted to play. Just explain this, Shishir, this magical phenomenon where all the energy comes back for IPL and goes away when it comes to the country.
Money.
Money. What is it? Money,
Just like the $1 million you pay me for coming on this program.
So it's just money. Shailendra Singh?
No,
just money.
No,
Absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
money.
No, I think we've been putting a lot of blame on Dhoni. To be honest, I think we all salute him as an athlete. But I think some blame needs to go to BCCI. Somebody needs to focus on why did BCCI, a country of 1.3 billion people, and with IPL has thrown in 1,000 new cricketers, but we insist on the same 16 to play all three formats and the IPL.
Tell me, what's it? Raina and Dhoni, they are so dedicated to IPL.
Yeah, Raina hasn't missed the game.
He has not, even when the man is injured, he says, I will go out for my franchise. Sumanth, explain this.
Arnab, they struggled right through this IPL season. Everybody kept saying that Raina and Dhoni looked tired. They looked...
No, but they played, right?
They did play. So
they played. So, no, but they are not playing for India.
You are representing the country. Do you want a tired soldier on the front? Do you want a tired pilot to fly a plane?
I don't believe
this. It makes no logical sense, for God's sake. Dhoni's speech in the end, the last statement, oh my God, he wasn't representing the nation. He said that the third game hardly matters. It is the end of the calendar. We're just going to go out there and have a nice time. The result is insignificant.
Come on, give him a break.
What break? Why should I give him a break? Right. There are enough young cricketers who will be willing to play. Why couldn't BCCI send a pair of fresh legs? Why do we have to flog the same team for every series? I mean, hang on.
That's a question which you have to ask the BCCI.
Exactly the point. I think
Kishore Rungta has been former treasurer of the BCCI. Kishore Rungta, Dhoni has never rested from an IPL game. Yes, Mr. Rungta.
No, taking into consideration his long career of 10 years, I have not seen him missing even the matches for India as such. Now, it is the board, the BCCI, which has put in IPL as one of the pieces in the calendar. And if you are going to be having such long calendars, it is quite natural with aging cricketers. They are bound to feel tired mentally.
So don't play.
Sir, when he was...
I have not seen...
if these...
Sir, when he was tired and unwell, he didn't attend the World Cup. He joined the team much later, sir. Even in the series in Australia.
No, we went as underdog during the World Cup. We went up to the semi-finals because of the terrific performance. And then why are you restricting yourself only to 16 or 18 players?
Sir, Dhoni,
you must have I remember at one point of time we sent a team both to Kuala Lumpur as well as to Canada. You've got a strength bench. Why don't you utilize them in the meanwhile?
So
why don't you have a proper rotation policy?
For the fact that you've been a cricket administrator, my question to you, sir, is that Gautam Gambhir has successfully won 2 IPL, but he doesn't feature in the T20 squad. Robin Uthappa has been a cricketer, best batsman in the IPL, but doesn't feature in the T20 squad. Why? Why does everybody from the same 16 have to play all formats? Why?
And it's convenient.
You've got so many cricketers to play, and Dhoni didn't go for the World Cup on time. He joined the team much later because he wasn't well. So if he really was tired and unwell, maybe he should have confessed.
No, and how does the question is, how does the BCCI think about fatigue only when it comes to Indian games? Why does the BCCI, which controls the IPL, not think of fatigue, Kishore, Bhimani and Himanshu ji, when it comes to the Zimbabwe tour? It is the most convenient argument to start crying, I am fatigued, after having participated in a tournament that brings you millions of dollars, but before a tour that will not bring the board a lot of money, you say we are fatigued. This is simply a...
Arnab, the reason is the broadcast issue.
Please, whatever it is...
Fatigue is being put out as a reason.
If it is a broadcast issue...
They don't want a particular broadcaster to telecast the matches because that broadcaster...
Sir, if it is a broadcast issue, you are put... No,
everybody knows that. Fatigue is just one reason they're putting
If it is a broadcast issue, you are putting money before the tricolour.
Correct.
That's it. I think BCCI...
That's the question you have to ask the BCCI.
Of course, we'll ask the question to the BCCI. Himanshu wants to come in, so does Kishore Bhimani. Yes, Himanshu Chaturvedi.
Yeah, Arnab, I think all of us are missing one point here. The IPL is product of BCCI, and for BCCI, the biggest money churner is IPL. They will not allow any of the top players to rest. They will let them play for IPL rather than for the country, because they are promoting this club kind of cricket to only get money for themselves and giving money to these players to satisfy their hunger of money.
What about Dhoni?
The country suffer.
What about Dhoni? What about Dhoni?
Everybody.
No, what about Dhoni?
Everybody.
You see, no, this is no one. Himanshu Chaturvedi, it's very convenient to protect the players. Dhoni said in 2008, sorry, today I find there are some of us who are being very protective of Dhoni. Anyway, we'll go into his cricketing record earlier. So, 1 second. Whenever I pick up an issue on cricket, now people, jump. Oh my God, why criticizing cricketers? How dare you criticize the cricketers of this country? Right? So, today I'm asking you, Dhoni said in 2008, Kishore Bhimani, that BCCI has a policy of letting players take a break whenever they want. I agree with him. So I say, Mr. Dhoni, please rest during IPL. Mr. Dhoni, rest during Champions League's T20. The nation's best interests are not involved in those matches. Kishore Bhimani.
Well, we were talking about this. I heard from two of the speakers, Mr. Kishore Rungta mentioned that we have a bench strength. We have 16 people.
Exactly.
Why don't we take a second lot to play Bangladesh? Why?
Exactly.
Why should we have a second team sent to
Good
Bangladesh?
point.
It is an insult to Bangladesh. It is an insult to cricket. We have to send the best team to Bangladesh. And if these people are going to be tired, they look terrible. Arnab, they look terrible on the field in Mirpur and Patola.
They
shameful. Look terrible. Now, why, if you are going to send them, it's an insult to us, it's an insult to cricket, it's an insult to Bangladesh. We should say that as it is, they were looking, Indians were I don't agree that we had a brilliant performance, as Mr. Rungta just pointed out. There was no brilliant performance in the World Cup. We won one match against South Africa, which was brilliant. The rest, we came up against one major team in Australia and we crumbled. The writing was on the wall. What has happened now is that we are now jaded. We now can't stand up. We now don't have a shine on our
And you have a...
If this were true, the BCCI and the players should decide that our great national assets like Virat, like Dhoni, like Rohit, they are going to be there. Now, if they are going to run out of steam, then they should be rested during IPL.
No. I want Gulu to come in.
IPL has a lot of...
No.
How unfair is that?
1 second. Gulu.
Arnab, we are all being hypocrites here.
Sir, who's being a hypocrite? Why do you get touchy when it comes to Dhoni?
Money that these players are being paid to play in the IPL.
So I want Gulu to come in.
Anybody in their position will definitely accept that. This is not in cricket alone. It is across any sport.
Sir, can I get Mr. Ezekiel in, please? Gulu Ezekiel.
Arnab,
Gulu, please. Gulu.
We have been having numerous debates on your channel since the IPL was launched in 2008 on this club versus country. This is not the first occasion. Other top players, some of the megastars of Indian cricket, have missed out international tours immediately after the IPL due to injuries and fatigue. Now the point is here that cricket is a game played by a handful of nations, but it has more than a handful of problems which it has been tackling for 100 years. The one problem it never had was club versus country. Now this is a problem that has been plaguing international football for 100 years. But in the case of international football, the World Cup was introduced in 1934. For almost 100 years before that, it was only club football. So in football, club football came before country football. In cricket, it's the other way around. Test cricket was launched in 1877. It was not till 2008, that's 131 years later, that the BCCI, the official cricket body of India, brought in this Frankenstein's monster. Okay? Before that, the only time the players would skip test matches, international matches, was during the Kerry Packer period or rebel toss to South Africa. But here you did not have a rebel. You had the Indian Cricket Board creating this phenomena which has actually put a gun to the head of the players. It's all very well to attack the players and say that they're not patriotic and they're claiming fatigue. But this has been, a situation has been created by the official Indian Cricket Board whereby they cannot miss a match in the IPL because they are contracted.
Gulu's point is, one second. Gulu's point to summarize is the board is responsible, not the players. Now, one second. There is a point there. The point there is, Shishir, and by the way, it's an open debate. Don't take your turns. It feels strange after a political debate when everybody is being so polite to each other. This is the first time in the last 1 hour that everybody is waiting for the other side to complete them. I don't mind. On a lighter note. But my point is, if Dhoni's remarks are intended to mean that no player can do a grueling, tiring job of playing for India justice, then why not reduce the load? Give youngsters a chance. If Dhoni had travelled to Bangladesh with a young and inexperienced team, a loss would not have been this disappointing.
Why did Dhoni have to go in the first place? So, Gulu, my point
why does Dhoni have to go in the first place? Good point.
I'll answer that.
Gulu, just one point.
I'll answer that.
Gulu, just a short point, Gulu. Just a short point before you come in.
Arnab,
Gulu.
My logic is that
Sachin Tendulkar and Dhoni were both rested.
Okay, I mean, great. But just a short point about the fact that formats like IPL will happen. Invention will take place in sporting formats, and that can't be stopped.
But why play with the full World Cup team and suffer this humiliation?
Having said that,
why suffer this humiliation?
The T20 format threw up a huge amount of potential for potential cricketers sitting in the fence. And we today have a phenomenal bank of cricketers available.
Where are they being used? Why are they not being used?
What is the axe on BCCI's head that they keep insisting on Dhoni to be the leader in all formats?
Right.
Recently, he stepped out of Test cricket.
Right.
He volunteered to step out of Test cricket.
Yeah.
He on his own. Now we are waiting for him to step out. I mean, how long will it take for us to allow the other cricketers to listen?
The reason why we sent a full-strength team to Bangladesh with Dhoni as captain is the new management which has come into the BCCI, which has replaced the Srinivasan regime, is trying to patch up with various boards which the Srinivasan regime had alienated. And the Bangladesh Cricket Board made a request or a demand to the Indian Cricket Board that please send your first 11,
you want a superstar.
One second. You're dealing in a situation here right now. We keep talking about the future. Mahendra Singh Dhoni will almost be 40 years old around the next World Cup. One second.
But you can't stake 16 crores in an IPL game.
Whatever. You can't have a person who's going to be almost 40 years old during the 2019 World Cup at the helm of affairs.
Can I tell you that he has been given an unwritten assurance that he will be captain of the one-day team till the World T20, which is being played in India in March 2016. After that, it has been left to him, one assumes, to take a call on what format he wants to continue.
Can you believe
the unwritten assurance has been given by the Indian Cricket Board.
No, that's in that case it's unacceptable. Who's coming to the debate? Kishore Bhimani says it's absolute rubbish.
It cannot happen. Nobody can give an assurance that you will do this. There is no such assurance. What is happening today is there is a situation being created where it is being said that Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli have ganged up against Dhoni and that Dhoni is being squeezed out. There's nothing like that happening. What really did happen, which is known, there's anecdotal evidence of that Virat Kohli said when there were all these people being brought in as coaches and so on, Virat Kohli went on record as saying Ravi Shastri is good for the team, which I think was absolutely wonderful. Dhoni has had been in and out. He nearly lost his captaincy, but for a certain gentleman by the name of Narayan Swamy Srinivasan. He has remained captain. He's a great player, no doubt about it. But today we are debating something different. What is his loyalty? We are not talking about club versus country. We are talking about money versus country. Money, power, vested interest versus country.
Mr. Rungta, answer that. I want Mr. Rungta. Mr. Rungta should answer that. No, Mr. Rungta. Mr. Rungta, you must answer this question.
What is wrong?
No, Mr. Rungta. I want Mr. Rungta to answer that, please. Mr. Rungta.
Is Dhoni the only one who...
Mr. Rungta, please.
Yes. The
Why are we
situation
singling
in
him
my
out?
perception is very simple. The entire onus lies with the BCCI. BCCI will have to form a policy of staggering their players. If they permit the players to be playing continuously, fatigue factor is bound to come. There is absolutely no denying that fact that we have stuck to our 16 and we are going ahead playing them repeatedly.
Exactly.
Whether it is IPL or whether it is India or whether it is any team, you will have to tell the players categorically that these are your periods where you are going to be resting. Only then this malice will get away, and we have been discussing this for quite some time.
Sir, counter.
We have been making very heavy calendars all this while.
Sir, you blame the
And
calendar.
Excuse me.
Sorry, sir. Counter coming from Himanshu Chaturvedi. Himanshu Chaturvedi.
Let me come.
Okay. No, Himanshu Chaturvedi after Mr. Rungta completes. Yeah. I'll let Mr. Rungta complete. After that, Mr. Himanshu ji. Yeah, complete.
Yeah, personally I feel that we were discussing whether Indian players should be playing Ranji Trophy or not at one point of time. We have forgotten all that altogether now, and we are
Whose fault is that?
to the IPL, which has its own advantages, which has its own disadvantages. But the question is that IPL has done some wonderful job. There's no denying that fact.
Disadvantage.
A clear policy is missing on the part of the BCCI,
Exactly.
where they have to lay down very strictly that this is our policy.
Sir, you are not understanding. Sir, there are a lot of responses coming to what you're saying. I just want to say one thing. First, you blame the tour. Then you blame the calendar, then you blame fatigue, then you blame weather, and then you are going to say that, the food in Bangladesh was not good.
The hotel was
I
good.
just want you to consider the magnitude of the defeat. No. Before this series, we had lost only 4 games to Bangladesh since 1988 out of 29 played. This is our first ever series loss to Bangladesh. We lose 2 matches to Bangladesh in 4 days. In 11 years before that, we have lost 2 games to Bangladesh. I'm sorry, but this is not a loss.
It looked like we were
appears to be a cricketing ignominy. And you note, none of the 2 defeats in this series were close. It's a 6-wicket defeat and a 79-run defeat. It is not the standard of a World Cup semi-final team. We were outclassed. And by the way, why have we made Mahendra Singh Dhoni into someone who can never be questioned for anything? If you want to create a system of zero accountability, no, sir, I'm sorry.
Arnab?
Sir, please answer. No, the time has come to ask. Sir, the time has come to ask if Dhoni has it in him to bear multiple responsibilities of being wicketkeeper, batsman and captain at the same time. You are getting sentimental about it.
Arnab,
You are saying you are getting sentimental. Mr. Sumanth Raman, please let me complete.
Who has, no, 1 minute.
Mr. Raman, every time I mention Dhoni, you get sentimental. Relax, please.
Average for India in the last 2 years.
Sir,
please answer that question.
Sir, I will answer the question. You answer my question.
He is out of form, according to everybody, is 55. It's second only to Virat Kohli. So
Baba, you want to twist statistics, we twisted in many ways. What are you doing?
At what age does an athlete peak?
I'm saying you can question him, but you got to be fair.
What do you want us to do?
It is not that MS Dhoni alone lost. All of them performed below par.
Sir, this is like... Sir, please. Please remember one thing.
If you had had a different captain, the result would have been different.
Okay, one sec. Cricketing questions he's asking. Shishir. Okay, Shishir is responding, please. By the way, Mr. Raman, don't get sentimental over Dhoni's performance. Please look at it dispassionately and objectively. Shishir Hattangadi taking you on.
Kohli's captaincy in the test match that allowed
Shishir Hattangadi.
five bowlers in a team.
Shishir Hattangadi.
Missed all the surround sound. I just want to make 2 quick points.
Yeah.
Look, Dhoni is no spring chicken. He's getting old. 2, there's definitely no power that is controlling him like Mr. Srinivasan was when his days were bad. He has to realize, age catches up with you. The wrinkles are coming out. The hair is falling like mine. And time has come for him to accept that, the fat lady is about to sing. So it's time for him to step down because he's within the system. He really knows how he survived there in his bad days. Those hands are not there to control him anymore or to look after him. So I think it's better in the best interest of Dhoni, the cricketer, and what he's achieved for the country, he should just step aside and allow the selectors to do their job of picking the next team.
And why? And he fielded 2 very different teams. He made 3 changes between 2 games, leaving out experienced players like Umesh Yadav, Ajinkya Rahane, even Mohit Sharma, who had done well in the World Cup. The decision serves to very little purpose, and he goes there and he's fined 75% of his match fee for pushing a debutant, which is not an act of sportsmanship. No, you have to understand his record on the field is no longer impressive at all. And you can't just say, I'm Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Too bad. I'll keep losing. I'll do what I want. Too bad. And this way, I also want to ask you, Mr. Raman, you can't take the country's support for granted. I mean, you are now coming and saying that, you're challenging. If you want to throw me out kind of situation. Sir, Ricky Ponting stepped aside.
Nasir Hussain scored 100 in Lords and said goodbye.
Michael Clarke announced it would be his last ODI game.
Are examples of mental
Dhoni
fatigue
looked like he was playing under protest.
One, how many times have you seen Dhoni elbowing an opponent on the field of play? Have you ever seen it before in his career? Second, no.
What argument is that?
What's that got to do with...
No, Shishir is laughing. Even Mr. Rungta is laughing at that.
Under
1 second.
Fatigue. The man is under mental fatigue. He needs...
What are you saying?
Oh, so
Shishir.
Look, Arnab, everybody who stepped onto the realm of a cricket field has a sell-by date. And I think most realize that sell-by date has happened. You know, we're all saying that, it's not over till the fat lady starts singing, but she's already singing now. And I think Dhoni realizes that. I think it'll be only respectable of him to step aside because, he doesn't want you and me to sit and discuss whether he should continue as India's captain before the selectors decide that. I think time is up. The sell-by date is on, and he needs to accept that. I mean, this is part of the game that everybody has to accept.
I'm sorry, but you need to understand this.
Somebody who's got a batting average of 55.
Sir, bring in performance and accountability. Sir, it's a sport. It's not politics.
Is different.
Please,
is different.
Please,
look at his performance.
Sir, if Dhoni remains in his position, you're going to deprive a youngster of an opportunity. You want to groom in people as leaders. Without Kohli, he's going to wait in the aisles and how long? I mean, a potential skipper in Rohit Sharma, possibly Suresh Raina, will never get a chance.
Talking about the captain.
And how do you justify that you are okay since 5 years that Dhoni is the captain of Test match, T20, One Day, and also CSK? How do you justify this? Don't you believe in horses for courses?
Hey, Himanshu Chaturvedi, let's remember on the other side, the way the Bangladeshi team has improved. They have the hunger in them. They are passionate. They are young. They used pace to destroy the Indian batting order. We learn from them.
They have a reason to win. But Dhoni is complacent. He's got everything he wanted. He's won the World Cup. He's got the money. He's got the power. He's got the position. Why is he hungry? An athlete needs to be hungry.
Himanshu Chaturvedi.
There are two ways you succeed as an athlete. Either is fear or success.
I can come in if the
Himanshu
others
Chaturvedi.
I think I've been patiently listening to others.
Yeah.
I think the others will have to wait for their turn and not talk when the others are.
Go on.
You see, I think the very important point here today is that the Indian team is selected by the performance in the IPL, not in the Ranji trophies and the matches they play. So the base of the players is become the performance in IPL and the money. So how do we expect them to be more sensitive towards the country and the Indian team? Because their entire structure from the base is eroded. And now let me tell Mr. Sundar Raman what he's been talking of MS Dhoni, that right from the case of Mohindernath Gate, Mother Amarnath asked very clearly that a youngster has to be a cricketing captain of the Indian team. It is very funny that you have a young chap captaining the test side, not the T20 where you need more fire. So you are putting MS Dhoni by courtesy and Srinivasan, not by just the performance. Now today we are paying for it for last 2 years. If Mr. MS Dhoni had to step down, what he said today, he exactly talked like Srinivasan. He said, I will be happy to step aside. He did not say, I would like to step out. So he's a total statement. Total this was tutored like Srinivasan. He was talking like Srinivasan.
And what
political statement?
not
a cricketing captain.
I think this is, I think Mr. Rungta. Watch it. Let's get Mr. Rungta's view.
Fantastically.
Sir,
only his captaincy.
Sir, please remember. Sir, remember. I think it is disrespectful.
Batsmen are scoring.
Mr. Sumanth Raman, it is very disrespectful. Mr. Sumanth Raman, remember one thing. It is very disrespectful. After all the support, and if I may say so, tremendous, unnatural, unusual support, obviously from Mr. Srinivasan, whose company he worked for.
Absolutely.
And now I think the frustration is beginning to show somewhere.
Imputing motives, this is completely unacceptable. Look,
Sir, don't get angry,
Why
sir.
look on Twitter what the country is saying, whether they're calling Dhoni a villain or not. The team
He's
had
not a villain.
horrible performance.
Mr.
He's not the
and
right-
they lost. No.
He's not the right guy for the right job.
Who's calling him a
He's a
villain?
great athlete. He's not a villain.
Aha.
He's a super athlete. He's made the country proud. Don't take this high ground.
Look,
Relax,
he
yeah.
put Dhoni ahead of the
Who's
country.
saying that Dhoni is not done?
No, Mr. Sumanth Raman. Mr. Sumanth Raman. No, Mr. Sumanth Raman.
That means you justify the performance in Bangladesh. You're fine with Dhoni being there. Really?
Mr. Sumanth Raman, what you are doing today is like Don Quixote fighting with windmills. Who called him a villain? Nobody's called him a
Nobody called
villain.
him at
All that people are saying, sir, relax, sir, 1 minute. I'm hearing you now. Please relax, sir, 1 minute. All one is saying is maybe his frustration is showing. Mr. Srinivasan, my mentor, godfather, whatever is no longer there to back
protection,
me.
no fire.
No protection. And I'm frustrated. You can't say if they want to take it away, I'm happy to give it away. Sir, this language. Sir, please understand. Sir, please.
Arnab, very important. Just give me a second.
No. Can
Arnab, give me a second.
Can I?
Just give me a second,
But
please.
again, linking it with Mr.
Can I make a point here,
Arnab,
Mr.
can I get
Raman?
1 second?
No, I just say Amarnath lost his job because he questioned
And he
Dhoni's
is also
captaincy.
growing-
Mohinder Amarnath lost his job because he questioned
give me 1
Dhoni's
second.
captaincy. Let him not say today and
Arnab, give me
disrespect the
one
Indian
second.
cricket fan by saying if they want to take it away, let them take it away. As if he's doing the whole country a favor by being captain. Himanshu Chaturvedi.
Yeah, well,
He never
you know,
said that.
you see, if we see, 1 second, please. You know, what has happened? He is the first cricketing captain in the history of the world cricket during a series in between resigning. And if he felt so bad, why didn't he resign now?
Yeah.
If he could resign in the test match as a captain, he should have done that now after losing to Bangladesh so terribly. Why is he hanging around? Why is he saying, let them allow me to go? Who did ask
Mr.
him to
Rungta.
do him
Exactly.
when he was playing the test cricket? He left it on his own. He should have left this also on his own to save his grace.
And
he
look
did
at-
not do that.
No,
He's
look at-
asking, he's
The
still
stakes are very high in the short format, sir.
No. Look at the contradiction. On the other side, there is Michael Clarke, who even before the World Cup final began this year, was Australia captain, announces it will be his last ODI game. Australia goes on to win the game, and he justified his decision to leave by saying it is the right time for a transition to take place. That's putting country right there in front.
Exactly.
That's what gets you a standing ovation, not this childish sulk.
Do
If
you-
they want to take it away, let them take it away. If he wanted to resign, why did Mohinder Amarnath lose his job for questioning Dhoni's performance?
Why
and
should
his role?
Dhoni have the exit
Did he
like
quit
Saurav
then?
Ganguly? Saurav Ganguly retired 8 times in 1 year.
Of Indian cricket.
This is what happens when you create a situation
great?
where
Yeah, I
you
mean,
feel your
have you forgotten that?
cricketers are beyond
and
question.
hang on, why are we not asking Dhoni? Is he fit enough to lead the country? If somebody ask him, why is he giving this option left? to the whole country?
Mr. Rungta, what's happening here eventually? How will this turn out?
See, Dhoni has been a great cricketer. He has been a great captain.
Agreed.
There is absolutely no denying the fact that off late he has not been performing. And unfortunately, unlike Australia, where the selectors tell the players to seek retirement and tell them in categorical terms that you will not be selected in the next match, we still keep worshipping the cricketers and particularly the top notch. Take the case of Kapil Dev. He retired after several seasons of prodding. Take the case of Sachin Tendulkar.
That's true.
We were waiting for his century to go on, and we
Ganguly
still
had 8
kept
retirements.
persisting with
Yeah.
him. Similarly, the situation with, yes, again, Ganguly is another case. Our selectors don't have, unfortunately, the conviction to tell the players in categorical terms. So there, the malice lies, according to me, more with the
Yeah.
BCCI and their system.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which needs to improve.
I agree.
leaps and
Completely agree
bounds.
with you, yeah.
Unless that happens, you now putting motives of Srinivasan backing Dhoni and things, these are all hearsays.
Yeah.
We can come to a conclusion on the basis of hearsay,
But the
which is our
economics-
option.
Oh.
Sir,
But I, for
hearsay
now,
are you
whatever
talking,
little that I
Mr.
worked with the board,
It was open, Amarnath was asked questions, he was
if the
asked
system,
There is no hearsay, sorry.
The two reasons,
So
which
that's
is power and
completely
economics,
right.
can't be
But
ignored.
there was no reason.
It is
See,
not-
there is no reason for a selector to go public.
Sir,
A selector cannot go public against the captain. On one side, we say that there is dissension in the Indian team, and on another side, a selector who goes on record to talk about Dhoni, he has no business to do that. These are internal matters of the board.
Sir, one
He can
second.
put up all his
Sir, saying
questions to the
Srinivasan.
president, but he cannot come public with such things.
Saying Srinivasan.
It is very unfortunate.
Mr. Rungta.
And just because of one incident,
Sir, with this point
you
of view,
cannot certainly say that
Mr.
he
Sir, with
backing
this attitude,
completely of Srinivasan.
Mr. Rungta, I wrap up with only one comment. If we say today,
but the only question that arises is that Dhoni has been a great cricketer.
Sir,
He
if-
has done dollars for India. And we
so
should
with
put
this
our
kind
hats
of
on
fear,
him.
you have
He is
greats like
highly
Vengsakar,
retired. There
Gavaskar
is no
and Kapil
denying
Dev
that
not
fact.
giving their opinion about Indian cricket. This is the fear that is set in. You have legends like this.
Can I read something interesting to you?
no, yeah, okay, last
Very
word.
interesting to you?
Yeah.
There was that comic story of a tobacco chewing national selector apparently going out of the meeting for a spit, but actually stepping out to call the board chief to alert him that his colleagues have decided to dump the captain. By the time he turned back to the meeting, the chairman had changed his mind after getting a call from the chief. That's what happened in BCCI selection committee meetings.
It is
fact.
it is politics
Not
over
my
cricket.
conquered
And
story.
to
It's
say,
not cricket
Where
first.
did you get this record from? Where did you get this record from? I mean, I don't think.
Where did I get this?
I mean, have you got this record? Is it official? Can you say it? I mean, these are all
yes,
hearsays, my
Mr.
friend.
Sir, we
No,
can
no,
broadcast the IPL auctions. Why can't we broadcast
let him respond.
Why can't we broadcast the BCCI
Let Himanshu-
meeting?
let Himanshu
quickly.
No, I'm saying, well, nobody would better than you know what happens inside the boardroom. And this is a true story. This is a true story. And if you want, I can give you the facts. How
that
it
is your-
came, who
but
said
that
and
is
what
your-
was the
Sir,
background.
if the parliament can be on television, why can't BCCI be on television and be transparent?
but you know, Mr.
Most
Rungta,
certainly.
Mr. Rungta,
Yeah,
most certainly.
Mr.
He
Rungta,
agrees with
They
it.
should
Agrees.
also
All the
be-
BCCI
they should
meetings
also
should be
be
live broadcast.
Mr.
The whole
I
nation
totally
wants to
agree
know
on
how
that.
BCCI runs.
I agree.
Mr. Rungta, if Srinivasan, Mr. Rungta, if Srinivasan is not interested in cricket or helping Dhoni, then Gurunath Mayappan is the leading star of a 200 crore film. And sorry, with what's that man's name? That guy who was betting, Vindu Dara Singh, then by comparison is the leading star in a 200 crore film. Okay, replacing Salman Khan, and Gurunath Mayappan is only interested in gardening. I thank you all for joining me on debate number one. What is Dhoni's honorable exit? Tell me what you think, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.